Hello, heroes, and welcome back to the Guild Hall. Today, we're unleashing a force of nature, the Maelstrom Stormbringer. A devastating blend of water and lightning magic that floods the battlefield and electrocutes anything in its path. This build is for elemental lovers, the hybrid spellcasters, and those who want to wield the storm like a true master. Whether you're melting mobs in dungeons or frying foes in PvP, this guide will give you everything you need to ride the storm to victory. So channel your inner Tempest and let's dive into the world of the Maelstrom Stormbringer. All right, heroes, let's talk about these stats real quick, okay? So, real fast here. Again, we're running with the same gear that we had when we were doing the lightning build. I haven't gotten any new pieces yet, haven't really changed anything. Crit chance is at 12. Actually, crit chance dropped coming over to this build. We were at 15%. We're now down to 12.78%. Our haste rating is still the same. Our hit rating is still the same. So these two didn't change. Our crit chance actually did go down. Outside of that, we are in the Maelstrom build. This one's a little bit more difficult. Nothing really changed over here. Just to give you a quick rundown, we picked up Cloudburst, Torrential Wrath, Conjure Storm, Conjuring Mastery, Altered Curse, Studious, Spellstorm Mastery, Arcane Lightning, Storm Chaser, Aviana's Blessing, Body of Lightning, Executioner, Invigorating Winds, Shocked to Life, Storm Cloaked, Storm Sorcery, Improved Body of Lightning, Thunder Ward, Storm Channeling, Storm Rider, Whirlpool, Surge Overload, sorry. Eye of Tornado, Concentrated Static, Predictable Weather, and then Thunder King. Over here on the right-hand side for you, we pick up Stormflow. This is going to be our primary thing, so I tried to buff this as best I could. We picked up Stormcaller ×2. This gives us 30% effectiveness and reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. Thunder and Lightning. Stormflow increases its damage. Discipline of Thorum. Call Lightning and Torrential Wrath cooldown. Drown. This gives us dots that then explode and do damage to a bunch of other people. Hydraxian Apprentice increases the damage of conduction by 10%. Brine changes Shotgun to Brine, then gives it more damage and static buildup. Deluge, this is an AoE ability. If we get 7 stacks, then we pop this. That's even better. Then we picked up Raging Maelstrom, increases the damage of Torrential Wrath by 25%, which is awesome because that's like our big hitter. Quick Conduction, dealing damage with Conduction, now reduces the remaining cooldown of Deluge by 1 second. Lightning Core, casting Stormflow, refreshes the charge of Crackle. Bursting, increases the stack of value of Drowning by 5%. Storm Surge, damage dealt by your Crackle now increases the damage of your next Call Lightning or Torrential Wrath within 12 seconds by 5%, stacks 5 times. This is actually really good if you want to hit really, really hard with Torrential Wrath. Prodigy of Li Xin allows Stormflow to critically strike, which is great. We picked up Amped Flow over Bubulation. This one is while channeling Stormflow, your Crackle now deals 15% increased damage and reduces enemy movement speed by 40% for 6 seconds. If you're doing PvP, go with this. If you're not, go with this one, Amped Flow. While channeling Stormflow, your Brine and Crackle hit 2 additional targets at 75% value, so they lose a little bit of damage, but it splits off into at least 3 people. Picked up Static Electricity, casting Torrential Wrath with 7 stacks of Conduction, now cast Conjure Storm at target location, which is awesome. So basically, you want to get 7 stacks, then pop Torrential Wrath. Unstable, your direct damage, critical strikes now cause Stormflow to tick 20% faster for 3 seconds, which is great. Just means it does more damage. Raining and Pouring increases critical damage of your Torrential Wrath and Call Lightning by 15%. Then we picked up Thunderous Blast. Your Electrocute can now be used while channeling Stormflow. Your Electrocute is now affected by Conductive, increasing its damage by 10% per stack. The more information on that is simply that it has a reduced effect in PvP. Flow of Wrath. Dealing damage with Storm Float now reduces the remaining cooldown of your Torrential Wrath by 1 second. Conductor in Charge. Increase the magic damage of party and raid members by 3%. Storm Fury. Summon a flurry of rain, wind, and lightning from the sky up on to 12 enemies within 30 yards of the caster every 1.5 seconds, each dealing 141 to 160 nature damage. Damage dealt with Brine and Crackle has a 20% chance to cast Lesser Conjure Storm above the target. Can only occur once per second. Lesser Conjure Storm deals an additional 165 nature damage every 1 second, scales with modifiers to Conjure Storm. And then we picked up Spheres of Power. Your direct damage dealt now has a 20% chance to summon a Power Sphere that will move towards your target, can only have one Power Sphere up at a time. Power Spheres, once they reach the target, do 544 spell storm damage to them and enemies within 5 yards. So as you can see, this thing is already being built for as much AoE damage as we can muster. This skill right here, we want to wait until we have the 7 stacks of Conductive. Conductive we can get by hitting Brine. So for example, if I just cast Brine real quick, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will be 7. So now if I just go through and I just start popping all of our abilities, why won't it let me cast that? Oh, my mouse was too far away. All right, let's wait for all that to go away. I was like, why is it not casting? I forgot. This is a target location. Which means we're going to need to make a macro for that, I think. Didn't I already do that? That is my macro. Okay, good. All right, so what we want to do, be right about here. Okay. So let's get back up to the 7 stacks real quick. Okay. We won't have our big one. Let's hold off. I want to wait for all of our stuff to come up because I want to show you just how fast this damage will go up. So that will fall off. This has 3 seconds. So let's go reset all data. All right, so here we go. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This gives us 7. So now we can start popping everything. We're going to go here, here, here. Pop bubble, pop this, pop that. This is going to let us 2. And then just rinse and repeat. Wait till you get 7 stacks. We can pop that, pop that, pop that. Now we can get this back up. There's our 7 stacks, plus we got our free instant cast. And there you go. It's just that simple. You keep brine going, or not brine, you keep storm flow going. You can see how fast I'm running out of mana though. But like look at all that. Then that's gonna go over there and detonate, and everybody's gonna take more damage while it's up. So there you go. That is an absolute ton of damage. And if I was getting my rotation down a little bit better, if I had my stats where my crit was up higher, so I'm hitting harder, if I had some enchants on, like you can see, this build will put in the work once you get the gear. I'm actually enjoying this build the more I play it. Um, so just bear in mind, get a food buff that gives you better stats. Get better gear, get enchants, get that crit back up to the 15 percent, and this build is going to absolutely wreck. I mean, that was 3.2k DPS before we almost ran out of mana. I mean, it's phenomenal how much damage this thing can put out, and we're not even close to being perfectly geared.